All right, in 3, 2, 1. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Nolan Scan, alongside Antonio Fiore, Salestrina. Gentlemen, we're back.
Antonio's back.
Antonio's back. You're back. You're like so back.
We don't know how we did overall record last week, but I did 3-0.
3-0 is 3-0. That's all that
3-0.
matters.
I
Pick
make
three.
up ground.
And usually when we do good in pick 3, the record overall
It's good,
reflects that.
I was 2-6 through the first week.
Yeah, you're 5-6. You got right back.
5-6.
I'm 3-6 now. No, that doesn't sound right.
What was I before this week?
You were. Oh god, this already.
I think I was close to 500. Maybe I was.
You were 3-3. So now you're 5-4.
5-4, baby. We're in the green.
Yeah, I'm 3-6. That's so bad.
It's all right. We'll turn it around.
I said 3-0 last week. Your money back. I have to mail a lot of checks today.
I think people that have listened to our podcast now long enough, I think that they know that just fades out when he says that.
Imagine like there's like one dedicated listener, and he's like, dude,
This fucking Sal.
No. He's like, I cannot wait to hear Nolan's picks this week because I need to put money on it.
You gave me.
Imagine like having like dozens of people that like followed our bets and our insight.
I'd feel pretty bad because more.
I feel bad if just one person did it. Not even dozens.
Well, your Broncos addiction kicked over here to me because I just felt I just felt like I don't know, an overwhelming sense of I needed to take them last week, and that fucking was not.
I almost put them in the pick 3 too, because I was like, they're gonna cover.
They got.
They did not cover.
That's not even like.
And Tua had what's
70
crazy.
to 20.
So he's gonna be the MVP.
Right, but Tua had one
He's
more
the favorite.
passing yard than Russell Wilson last week. Did you know that?
Really?
Really?
But they had like 500 yards rushing. Every play was a 30-yard rush for them.
A-Chain was going crazy.
A-Chan.
A-Chan, whatever.
I saw.
He specifically said that.
When I saw his name for
I
the
hate
first
him now.
time, I said a Caney.
A Caney?
A Caney.
It's not even close.
ACH. I was like, I don't know.
I think the whole broadcast they were saying A-Chain. That's probably why they said it.
It's a nice chariot out there.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah.
It's got a massager too.
It's a nice shirt.
No, if I don't do good this week, I might need that chair next week.
Okay.
We might have to. We're already. This is a quarter way through.
Sal's gonna have.
But if I do
Sal's
good, I
gonna
have
have
to
the
stay in the
massage
chair.
on. Say,
Yeah.
like, I'm
But
going.
if you
to
two do bad, you have to switch.
We haven't done a swap yet.
No.
I hate your spot though.
I enjoy it when I get to sit over there.
Yeah, every time you sit over here, you're like, I
lot.
could get used to this.
Well, yeah, it's a lot less camera awkward too.
That's true.
When I look at my every
He's kind of
time
lonely over there.
Every time I watch the podcast, it's like my head turned this way.
You can hold my hand.
Should I sit in the middle?
We should just have someone that fills in but says nothing right here.
Just sits there.
Literally just a filler.
Oh, that's. I can totally see like Kevin doing that.
I was gonna say Andrew. I could definitely see Andrew just stay.
No, Andrew just
Andrew
eating
would
like
not-
a bag of smart food.
Andrew would not be able to stay quiet for an hour. Are you kidding me?
You think Kevin could?
No, actually.
No, I don't think any of our friends could, to be honest.
Staying quiet for an hour is like, if you're around people, impossible. You can't just stay quiet for an hour.
I could.
Unless you fucking hate him.
Yeah, that's true.
If you told me I had to stay quiet for an hour and just listen, I could be able to do that. But I don't think any of our friends could.
Yeah, but like if certain conversations started, it would be really hard for me.
Did you just throw up?
You just vomited in your mouth. All right. Is there anything from last week
I
that
can
we
taste
really
the
want
peanut
to
butter
gloss,
cup I just
other
had.
than the 70 to 20 game, which is ridiculous? But 70 points is just ridiculous.
Do we?
I mean, if anything, if there's anything significant when we talk about respected teams for this upcoming week, we can kind of.
The Ravens lost in overtime.
That was such a faded game. That was the
was.
most Ravens
Yeah.
game ever. That literally was that was Ravens like epitomized in one game. They did everything that they could have to lose that game.
They hate playing to their potential. They
So
hate-
it was 7-0, and Gardner Minshew fumbled and like got it back, and I was like, this might be 45-0. Like I genuinely thought the Ravens were just gonna run them over, and then
they
like
never do that though.
But then like Lamar fumbles as soon as he gets the ball back. It's like, of course you did.
Lamar was making some.
stinks sometimes.
He really does. I want to
He's
be
stinky.
I want to like
But
I think I don't like him so much. I want to be on the bandwagon, and then when I see plays like that, I get so fucking pissed.
You see games like that. It's not just a play; it's the entire game.
Like when I criticize him, and like if I were to say like, "Oh, he's not that good," like I almost feel like I'm faulted in saying that. And then like
you see that, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, he might not be that good."
I had him in fantasy last year, and before he went out, he just like the first week, amazing. After that, it was just like, wow.
Yeah, I have my reservations on him.
I just don't get what their whole thing is. Like, what is the Ravens thing?
Since that 14-2 season or whatever it was, they haven't been able to really put their foot down on teams.
No, but also it's like you look at their list of injured players and it looks like a fucking Pro Bowl roster.
But it's like every year it's like that.
Yeah, every year.
They're just cursed. They might just be cursed.
I didn't realize this, and I'm happy I didn't know this last week because it might have influenced some of our picks. The Steelers haven't won a game at the Raiders since '93.
Oh wow!
But this also is like
we're not a stats podcast. Even though this week I have some stats.
We're a big feel podcast.
Yeah, we feel it out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why we're so bad. I mean, the Patriots again
almost lost.
Listen, we don't have the money to hire
almost lost.
Guy, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
They did end up winning the game
and covering. Yep.
Yeah. That one drive that they scored, the Jets looked really good on that one drive.
But it's like, how do you?
My grandpa was like, "See, they do this now." And then the next drive, I'm like, "You see that?"
Yeah,
safety?
incompletion. Yeah. Oh, safety.
Yeah.
I think all hell is breaking loose in New York right now with Zach Wilson and Joe Namath came out from the top rope. And when Joe Namath comes out and says some shit like that, I'm like, wow.
All right, does everyone want Sal's tinfoil hat of the week because it's about to be out right now?
Let's see it.
This primetime game, this Taylor Swift nonsense, all of this.
What is this supposed to light a fire?
No,
under
listen.
the Jets?
No. This is this has nothing to do with the Jets. There's going to be 401ks on the Chiefs this week. People are going to take out mortgages to play the Chiefs this week. Everyone's like, oh, locker room dysfunction. They can't cover this game. This is impossible. They're going to get blown out by 500 points.
But not like locker room dysfunction. Like,
They
obviously.
might be able to cover. Might be.
I'm not saying they're going to win. They're covering this game Sunday. I'm a little ahead of myself, but they're covering Sunday.
I wouldn't really say there's crazy locker room dysfunction with the Jets because it's like
there is.
The whole team thinks and knows that Zach Wilson's terrible, and then there's Zach Wilson. It's not like you have factions of guys that are fighting.
Yeah.
Like, the whole defense.
No, I just
thinks
think that.
he sucks.
Well, I think they're starting to
coming
turn
out
on
from
Robert Saleh a little bit.
Well, that's what the reports have said. But is this all propaganda today? You'd have bet the Chiefs minus 9.5 Sunday.
Maybe, but I just think I don't understand how you can be mad at Robert Saleh. It's like Aaron Rodgers got hurt. He gave them Aaron Rodgers.
I know, but it's about the keeping still having faith that Zach Wilson is going to be something.
But what else are they gonna? They signed Trevor Siemian. Is he going to be the answer?
If they kept Michael White,
they signed Trevor. The point is, it's not Zach Wilson, and
so basically just anybody except Zach Wilson.
Well, how is it going to get much worse than this?
It can't.
It
really can't.
No, I don't think it can. And I think they knew their season went down the toilet when Aaron Rodgers got hurt.
Right, but I
it's
think
just frustration.
I think the point is, it's like, all right, this obviously sucks and doesn't work. Even if the alternative doesn't sound great, it's something different and might as well try it out.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I mean, if they're fed up with him and they know they can't win with him, they're gonna obviously try.
I mean, he's not going to do anything this weekend.
No. And
is it him starting? Is that verified?
I wouldn't assume that Trevor Siemian would start that fast if they just.
He's a former Jet.
I mean, they just signed him yesterday or 2 days ago.
That's a quick turnaround. To learn an offense and
I could see it being 21-3 during the second half, and then Simeon steps in, and then they did a little fire under their ass.
But is he on? I saw that they signed him to the practice squad.
He's not even on the active roster.
That's the headline I saw about. I'm not sure. I don't know what their plan is with him.
Sheesh. Well, I also read a report today too that they're so heavily invested in Aaron Rodgers that they don't want to go after Kirk Cousins, because then it's like, what do they do? What is their end
Kirk
goal?
Cousins being a Jet would just be.
I think it would make sense.
The icing on the cake.
I think it would make sense, would it not?
He'd come in and be really good too.
I think he would.
But the Jets would Jet and Kirk would Kirk at the same time, and it would be
But do they cancel out?
No.
Is it like 2 wrongs make a right?
No,
It still doesn't
not
make
with
a right.
that. Not with them. Not with this. You can't do that with this.
I just would love that. I feel like that would be absolute scenes if he was on that
What
team.
Aaron Rodgers and the Jets were.
No, but Kirk is such a jet. Like
Kirk is such a jet.
that just fits. That just makes so much sense.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be iffy for them. I just think like, what did you expect when Aaron Rodgers got hurt? Like, this is exactly what I expected when Aaron Rodgers got hurt.
Well,
I was
I
like,
mean-
they're not gonna be good. And the start of the season, we knew was a tough schedule.
Well, how
for
does
them.
Zach Wilson not get? I'm sorry, Antonio. How does
Go ahead.
Zach Wilson not get any better with a whole offseason with Aaron Rodgers? He actually looks marginally worse, I could argue.
Well, there's that, and also the big frustration with Jet fans is that, like, how do you not bring in another backup? You know,
last year,
no, for this year,
like
because
last offseason, I'm saying,
yeah, like, leading into this
yeah.
year, and a lot of the big gripes among like New York sports fans are pointing out like this kid also like never had to earn anything in the NFL. Like they drafted him, and it's like, all right, starting job is yours.
No.
Never had to compete for it with like a backup or something like that. And then Aaron Rodgers is out. All right, this is your team. No backup to compete with or anything.
I always thought it was delusional that they thought that he was going to be good, and he was
I
always.
do too. His college tape sucked.
Well, they weren't good, and you just watch the games, and he'd throw for like 300 yards and 2 touchdowns against like.
And he would never hit receivers in stride.
Yeah,
Never.
I just don't. And who else was in that draft? Was that like the Fields draft?
I don't know. Trevor Lawrence went for it was
But
Fields draft.
but like
It was the Mac Jones.
like nobody really made that much of a difference afterwards. But it was. You remember during that draft, it was always Lawrence was going 1 and Wilson was going 2, and the draft starts at 3. It's like, why were they so fucking slam dunk? Zach Wilson was the number 2
I think
pick.
it does go back to the front office because then it's like, yeah, like what were you seeing?
But then, like, you look at the rest of that draft, and it's like the Jets had a fantastic draft.
After that,
With
yeah,
Brees Hall, Garrett
yeah,
Wilson.
yeah,
The fuck?
yeah.
But
It
then
was
that
just
was
that
your,
one. Just that one. They fucked that one up, and it is tough. It's a tough job. I mean, like being able to pick somebody that you think is going to be your franchise quarterback.
It is.
It
It is easy to play the hindsight game and say, oh, it's easy to say that he was gonna be bad, but at the same time, I never understood because like
There were a lot of people that were like,
That's not the right pick, yeah.
like, why? Why pick him second?
I mean, we've talked about it. It's just like the panic picks of getting those top 3 picks and teams thinking that they need to take a quarterback no matter what the draft class looks like.
Yep.
Because who was their quarterback at the time? Wasn't Fitzpatrick already
It
gone?
was Darnold, and then they
Sam
Darnold.
Darnold, yeah,
Yep.
that's what it was. I mean, is he any better than Sam Darnold was? I mean, Sam Darnold was bad, but I mean,
Yeah, but Sam Darnold had some moments and some flashes.
Yeah, like that
Like-
60-yard run against the Broncos.
If Brock Purdy got hurt and he came in, I don't think the Niners like. I think Brock Purdy's really good, but they're probably still a winning team with Sam Darnold.
I think, and almost
honestly.
any quarter. I think Zach Wilson could go to the 49ers and they'd look decent. I'm not even joking.
Maybe
Decent, not good. Not like how they look now, but decent.
maybe.
and then
500.
speaking
I
of
don't know.
Kirk Cousins, the Vikings Vikinged and the Chargers Chargered all in once, and then it was just whoever came out on top, and the Chargers ended up coming out on top.
They were gonna leave Brandon Staley on the tarmac if they lost that game.
When he went for it on that 4th down and they didn't get it, I was like, please,
Oh Jesus Christ! I know.
Vikings, please score. And
But
win
then
this game.
Kirk outdid him.
Yes.
I had,
Yes.
I had the fattest Chargers and Pats parlay too. So like,
Very nice.
I was
Very nice.
worrisome. I was
Yeah,
like,
you got a double sweat at the end, huh?
Yeah.
The Hail Mary
Oh,
and
that's
that.
true,
Yeah.
dude. That was a with that Hail Mary. I
You're
got
see
batted
like
down.
that's
Holy
why
shit.
that's why you're lucky, Antonio, because one of those, if I parlayed those 2 teams, one of those teams is definitely losing. Either Kirk scoring a touchdown or the Hail Mary's going on. Like,
I don't know why I was so inclined to. I just for some reason I really liked the Chargers. I really did. That's it was funny. I heard somebody on Twitter call Justin Herbert athletic Kirk Cousins.
it's kind of true. Yeah, he's got a
I
better
wouldn't put
arm.
him-
He's got a
that's-
better
that's-
arm.
That's kind
Yeah.
of a
He's better.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
It's
Justin
funny
Herbert
though.
a little bit.
It's funny.
It is funny, but and then yeah, Pittsburgh and Vegas.
Josh McDaniels doesn't know math apparently.
That field goal was
Are you
faded.
surprised?
I thought about it too. Like, I don't know. Did I text you guys? I was gonna text somebody, be like, "Why are they going for a
The
field
Packers
goal?"
did the same thing against Tampa in the playoff game 2 years ago in that
Yeah.
COVID year.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
Doesn't
need
make sense.
his reasoning after the game was basically like, we didn't think we would get the 2-point conversion, but like he didn't say that either. Like he like kind of beat around that he was trying to say that.
But when your defense can't even stop this Pittsburgh offense, which isn't very good, how did you expect to get the ball back there like without fucking it up? Like I don't understand. Like why not just go for it? You need points. You need touchdowns.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that was faded. And then you see the whole shit with Chandler Jones.
No, he's gone. He's done.
Like he's just off the deep end.
Yeah, he pulled an Antonio Brown. They're going on a podcast together apparently.
Who?
Antonio Brown and Chandler Jones.
What
Jesus
happened?
Christ.
That got
The
sent in one of
CTE
our
battle of the century.
He's just like tweeting crazy shit. He's like McDaniels killed Aaron Hernandez or something like that.
Yeah, he said McDaniels had Aaron Hernandez killed.
And then he said, "Get the fuck out of my city. This is my city," or some shit like that.
Yeah,
about
McDaniels fired and said that he killed Aaron Hernandez or had him.
All right, hold on. This is a good segue. First coach fired is going to be who? Because now it probably won't be Brandon Staley.
It's between him.
It's between him and Eberflus, the Bears head coach.
Eberflus might be the first one.
And your name can't be Eberflus and you're a head coach. I'm sorry.
Where does that even come from?
What is that?
No idea.
Sounds like
Somewhere Germanic Europe.
Yeah, like German or something.
Not quite. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe he's a Dutch.
Could be
He's
Dutch.
a douche.
A Danish?
A douche.
Could be
Cheese Danish?
No, not Scandinavian. Definitely not Scandinavian.
What's like the premier Danish? It has to be cheese, right?
I
Cook-
guess.
don't they have, like-
Do you have-
I'm not a big
Don't they have
Danish
good
guy.
like cookies?
Danish cookies?
Yeah.
No, there's like
No, he's talking about the pastry.
the actual pastry.
Oh.
Not like
There's like other
not like
flavors.
Danish desserts.
Cheese Danish is cheese Danish
Cheese Danish
slabs.
is fine, but I'm not like a huge.
Oh, it's very good actually. Not like it's like an all the time thing.
Yeah, I'm weird with desserts. If it's offered to me, I'll eat it. But
Yeah.
You look like an eclair kind of guy.
He's obviously a cannoli guy.
A ganache. A ganache.
What's a ganache?
It's like ice cream and like it's like a ball of pastry.
Oh,
It's
Never
got
had-
chocolate on it.
I don't think
you
I've
know
ever had
what
that.
sucks in pretty much every single circumstance? Fruit and dessert. Fruit and dessert sucks.
They try to force it. It's like
Chocolate covered strawberries go fucking hard.
Fine.
they're fine. Fine is a good way to put it.
I'm
Nah,
not even
you
a
guys
huge
are faded.
strawberry person.
You guys are.
You know what I made for lunch today?
What?
I heated up my pasta, and all I could think about was you because I got like three. I got 3 hot bites in a row, and then I got a cold bite.
wonder
I
if
was
we
like,
said that on the podcast.
"No, we did." I was pissed.
What's funny is that night I went home and microwaved pasta too, and like, dude, the entire time I'm doing it, like I'm thinking to myself, "This is so fucking." Like, I'm like mumbling the entire
so
time.
fucking
how
dumb.
Is there a
awful-
better like? Would the air fryer be good, or like that's whack?
No,
Like, that's crazy.
No.
That's way too faded.
Crazy.
break the air fryer?
How?
Crazy.
How would you break the air fryer?
No, you wouldn't break the air fryer, but it wouldn't. It would come out and be like it'd
Too
be like-
hard?
Yeah, it'd be way too hard.
Yeah. I thought about it, then I was like,
No. When they say everything can cook in the air fryer, they
Not
did
pasta,
not mean pasta.
yeah.
No.
You
Well,
just
I'm saying
got
it's
your-
already cooked. Like, just heat it up in there for a minute or two, or that's just no.
I think it would be worse than the microwave.
All right,
Have you guys had Redstone Pasta Company in Longmeadow?
no.
Because at least with
Oh my
the
God.
microwave, you keep some of the moisture.
Mm.
In an air fryer.
Oh yeah, then it's
it
just
would
dry
it would
ass.
just be
All right,
dry
that's
and-
fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
All right, should we move on to next week?
I don't know. This is fun.
Just talk about pasta.
Capital of Michigan.
Lansing.
Thank you. All right, keep going.
Oh,
Sorry.
got it. All right, next week. Let's kick us off, Sal. We have
Kick me in the
tonight.
nuts.
Tonight, Thursday night.
Santa's coming tonight.
I just,
Santa's coming tonight.
I gotta say, you can't beat Thursday night football. It's the start of the weekend. There's not work. There's work tomorrow, but there's not work tomorrow.
There's not
Like,
work tomorrow.
Thursday night, Detroit at
Only
Green
8
Bay.
hours of your day.
Yeah, fuck it. It's like you don't care
You
at
wake
this.
up and then 4 o'clock comes.
Yeah, you're like, all right. Thursday night tonight, Detroit -2.5 now at the Green Bay Packers. Over unders 45 points. Nolan, why do you like Detroit in this game?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I just think that as of late, Detroit has had their number. I think Detroit is a good team. I think Jared Goff is having a tremendous season. I think their offense is humming, and I think that they cover this game. So what about it?
Antonio likes the Packers.
I really do. So we get our first primetime, or not primetime, like Sunday primetime, but first night game at Lambeau this year, coming off a comeback win where
Crazy
Packers
game.
put up 18 unanswered points after being down 17-0 after the Saints' car broke down. And fuck, I lost track of what I was saying.
Did you have a
but
prepared speech?
After that, I don't know. I think it's going to be buzzing in Lambeau tonight. The Packers definitely coming to this game with momentum. Jordan Love probably with a lot of confidence in the first half last week. But, I mean, once they started clicking, he looked great.
He's been impressive. Not great, but he's been pretty impressive. Better than I thought he would look.
Been
Yeah,
impressive.
definitely better than anyone thought.
He looks like he's going to be their starter for a while.
Mm.
They get Aaron Jones back tonight, probably. So that running game that looked very good week one should be.
And they might be getting what's
Bakhtiari?
No, maybe.
Who were you gonna say?
I don't remember.
Oh,
Forget it. Also, the Lions went 6-0 against the spread against the NFC North last season.
Wow.
This is their first NFC North matchup this year.
There's those stats you were talking about.
I got stats today.
I think I like the Packers in this game, but like something's telling me that I'm just really fucking around. And I did this Monday with the Bengals too. When you were on the Bengals and everyone else was on the Rams, I was like, I think I like the Rams. I think on the podcast I said the Bengals and I almost bet the Rams, and then I was like, wait a second here, maybe
Some of our friends were
on the Rams really hard. So then I flipped back to the Bengals, and it was a good flip on Monday night. So
I was tempted to bet that game too. I almost did bet the Bengals, and it would have worked out. But
So my bet was Philly to cover, Bengals to win, and A.J. Brown 5 catches, and I wanted to do 7 catches, and then I was like, that's too many, and he ended up with like 10 catches. I was like, motherfucker.
you want to hear a dumb bet that I did this weekend? It's the end of the day. I won a lot on that Pats and Chargers one, so I took a little bit of the winnings and I put it on Steelers money line, and I was like, all right, who's going to score a touchdown in this game? I looked at Devontae Adams and I was like,
Oh,
we'll do somebody else, and he caught a fucking
yeah,
touchdown in the first
first
quarter.
touchdown.
You know who I bet to score a fucking touchdown?
Najee Harris.
You're right on the money.
Yep. He's a stick, bro.
He's really bad.
Sucks.
He sucks. And you traded for him.
Yeah, but not for him.
Yeah, no, I
Traded
know.
For other people.
I know. I'll
Christian Watson, that's who I was thinking.
I like him.
lock in the Packers. I don't feel amazing about it, but we got to make a pick here. So
I think this division might be very exciting between these two teams coming down to it.
do we get a Lions win and a Packers cover? Do we get one of those?
Could, but no.
Yeah, no.
Oh, so the last time these guys play each other is week 12, so we don't get a late season matchup between the Lions and Packers, unfortunately.
That is unfortunate.
What do we think? What do you think the money's at? Do we know?
I don't know. We can look it up.
59%.
Yeah, I'd have 58 on
59% spread
Yeah.
on Detroit. 59% money line.
So you say Detroit like that? That makes me want to play Detroit. Say it again.
It's so
Say Detroit again.
Detroit. It's so
He does that with
natural.
his
now.
I know. I want to.
Saquon.
Yeah, that's true. I want to change now though.
Saquon?
Yeah, you say Saquon.
Oh, sometimes.
No, you say it all the time. Don't do that.
AJ Dillon scoring tonight.
AJ Dillon scoring tonight.
No, he is.
Or is Aaron Jones scoring tonight?
No, AJ Dillon scoring tonight.
He's tubby.
He sucks.
He's falling in the end zone.
He's getting pushed into the end zone.
The tush push.
The tush push.
Sunday morning in London.
One of these this week.
Atlanta at Jacksonville. Jacksonville is a 3-point favorite. Over-under is 43.5. I know last year when Atlanta played, they played this team, I think, in London. Possibly. I know they played they played the Jets in London. Mm-hmm. I had like $20 left in my DraftKings account, and I threw it all on Kyle Pitts' touchdown, and then Kyle Pitts' first touchdown, and I was like, oh, that's not gonna hit, but whatever. I woke up, Kyle Pitts had the first touchdown. I was like, all right, now we're about to have a Sunday, so I might do Kyle Pitts' first touchdown again. I like the Falcons here.
Ooh, I was gonna say, I'm absolutely hate the Falcons in this spot.
Oh, really?
I do. I don't. The travel with them, I don't know. I just don't see it this week. I think this is a good matchup for Jacksonville.
I think this is one of those Jacksonville's going to start like 2-4, 2-5, and then get their shit together.
I love Jacksonville.
They started slow last year
spot.
too. Actually,
Yeah,
they weren't in it for a while.
Jacksonville, all the way. And also, here's another stat for you.
Calvin Ridley will
Favorites-
score on this
Calvin
game.
Ridley,
Yeah.
Favorites in international games are 29, 9-1 straight up, 25 and 14 against the spread.
Wow.
They
So-
play in London again next week, right?
There's a couple London games in a row.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I'm all set with London games.
They play the Bills next
Yeah,
week in
it's
London.
kind of old to me.
I
I always forget to, and then I wake up at like 10, and I'm like, oh, there's a game on.
yeah,
now,
and then it's always 3-0, and you're like,
yeah, it's so
nice.
dumb.
You're like, cool, awesome. I don't know why I like Atlanta in this spot. I just think they're right now a better team than Jacksonville is. I just trust them to get the job done, and I'll take 3 points in that game. Jacksonville will have a lot of fans there, obviously, but I'm not buying in this week.
Alrighty.
Biggest game of the weekend.
I know what you're
Yeah.
gonna say.
What a game, ladies and gentlemen. Miami Dolphins.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Bears and Nut.
Oh, how funny would that have been if I did that? But
Yeah, but no, this is actually
no,
real. What you're about
yeah,
to say.
Miami Dolphins at Buffalo Bills. This is a battle of the Titans in the AFC
On
East.
TV locally too because
Yo.
the shitty New York team. They're playing.
Over under 53.5. Buffalo's -3. I don't know if I already said that.
I had 54.5.
Oh, I'd have 53.5 right now.
Oh,
Let me double check. But tell me why you like the Bills.
I love the Bills.
Yep. I knew you did.
Yeah.
How did I know that? Normally you're a
'Cause
Dolphin.
you know I had the stats for it.
Oh, I didn't.
So here's the stat for you. Miami is 3-0 against the spread, but underdogs in their fourth game in that spot are 2-9 straight up, 3-8 against the spread. Teams that scored 60-plus points are 1-6 straight up,
0-7 against the spread
in their next game. So I love the Bills. I think this is a good spot for the Bills to flex their muscles a bit. They've kind of been on the train lately, but they're not getting the recognition. I think this is a spot where they get to prove it.
We're still here.
Yep.
We're not fucking leaving.
We're not fucking leaving.
I also don't you just hate like Miami and Buffalo? Just
Miami
thought,
and
the
Buffalo
thought
is
of
gross.
those jerseys
In
that
Buffalo, I
stadium
agree with that.
actually doesn't sit well with me.
But I am excited for this game, though. I think this game is going to be.
I feel like too many people are gonna be excited to bet Miami +3, so I'm gonna hop on with you. I'll take Buffalo -3.
That's
Well-
another reason why I like Buffalo too. It's just
If
like-
he's on Miami, we're fucked.
No, I was gonna say
I think you said
this
that 'cause
might
he's on
be
Buffalo.
our most like unanimous team. Like
Buffalo?
Buffalo, yeah.
We always like Buffalo.
We always
That's
we always
true,
say
yeah.
round of Buffalo. That's got to be like
This
the
ha-
most used
okay.
phrase in the entire podcast was round of Buffalo.
I did this with the Chiefs Jaguars game. Like, this has to be an over. Like, are you serious? I know they just scored a gazillion points last week, and it'll probably go under.
I don't know. I
Does
feel
Tua
like this
want to
is
throw
an
3
under.
picks?
Huh?
Does Tua want to throw 3 picks though?
But why? He hasn't done it all year. Jalen Waddle's gonna be bad.
Oh, this game's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be like 37-34, is it not?
Go.
Wow.
Go
Should
to
we?
Buffalo.
Fuck it.
I actually,
That would be an electric place to see a game. Plus, they're gonna build a new stadium, and I like the stadium.
I actually think someone tweeted out that the prices for that game are like retarded, like or
They
like
probably
sky
are.
high.
They probably are. I wouldn't be surprised.
Why is the over a bad play? These two teams can't combine for 27 each.
Because I think this is more of a playoff type of atmosphere type game, and anytime that happens, like it struggles to get to each team get to 20 points.
Ugh.
Like this could be like a 23-17, 23-20 type game.
I gotta get my radar readjusted.
Like 24. I Bills win 24-20.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying right now.
I believe you.
That's my because this is going to be probably the most impactful game. I mean, both of these teams have played this year, but I mean, this is just going to be really a big game for each of these teams.
People are really gonna hop on Miami if they win
Both
this
these
game.
teams think they're the AFC champion.
Yeah,
So I mean, this is as playoff as it gets
and
right here.
both sides' defenses are very capable of making plays too.
Mhm.
Not saying I don't think it's going to be low scoring at all, but don't be
I
surprised.
just think
if
the
it's
the
not
Bills
30
the
to
Bills are
30.
going to be very excited to play this game to prove themselves, and Miami's going to be very excited to play this game because they want revenge for last year. They want revenge for that game in Buffalo. So I don't know. It's going to be exciting.
it will be. All right, we'll move on. Baltimore at the Browns. Baltimore's a 3-point dog. Over-under's 40.5 points.
I hate this game.
You're going to take the Browns. I feel like the easy thing to do is take the Ravens here.
I kind of want to take the Ravens because I think every time that these teams would possibly play, I would probably take the Browns.
Mm.
And I pick against the Ravens every fucking week. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just these two teams are just so hard to trust. Like these teams are so
I
like
know.
Okay, number one, does
They're not
Cleveland play at
consistent.
home every week? And number two, is the game always like a 30-point like combined score? I feel like it's always like 21-10 or like
well they
it was like 28-3 last week, right? Or 27-3? It was 27-3 last week.
Yeah.
It's always like they go under in every game
at
at home.
home last week?
Yeah, against Tennessee.
oh.
Yeah,
They cleaned Tennessee's clock that game.
that was easy. I gotta just like I felt really good about that game all week.
That was like the one game that you just got completely right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like just do that with all of them. How hard is that?
When you say it like that, it doesn't sound very hard. No.
So
I-
so
do it.
Browns.
So do it.
So Browns -3.
I'm taking the Browns -3. Sal just
Yeah.
convinced me.
I'm leaning into the Browns. Their defense is far superior than the Ravens. If I just put it in simple roster terms, I should probably take Cleveland. So I'm going to do that.
Moving on. We don't need to talk about this.
Oh, so you took the Browns?
Oh, round of Browns. Did not think that was gonna happen.
I didn't either.
Washington +9 at Philly. Over under is 43.5 points. This is a spot where I think people are gonna be tempted to take Washington. You can't. You have to take Philly here.
No, after last week, against another great team, I have no confidence in Washington being able to keep this game close.
Yeah.
Especially because Washington played a defense that's just as good as Philly's.
Washington was like cute for a week or two. This like not this week.
There's still a very big gap between these teams.
Yeah. Philly at home.
8.5? Yeah, I'll still take Philly.
I have 9, but I don't think you care.
No, don't.
I mean, does Washington keep this close at all? You don't think so?
I don't see it. I don't see Sam Howell keeping it close with this team.
Well, what do you always say about NFC East matchups?
Ah, you're right.
They kind of just like.
But not yeah. But what happened when the Giants and Cowboys played?
That's very true.
Normally those games.
Well,
are
don't
like
you? Say,
13
I thought you
to
said
7.
that they always like beat up on each other.
I was
They do.
I was so confused as I looked up there and you were standing up. I was like, "What is happening right now?"
It's a time. I just went back in
Oh
time.
shit! That's hilarious.
I was like, "What the?"
Yeah, the playback is like 30 seconds. So
Why do you want to take
everything-
Washington? What is so like what?
I'm just saying, like, they're still a good team.
No, I can
and
tell
8.5 is a lot of points.
You're like tickled by 8.5.
85% of the money's on Philly.
That would sway me, but I don't know. I'd rather just take Philly.
Everything's pointing to the fact that Philly's just going to kill them. So I guess I'll just take Philly.
Round of Philly. Too much agreeing.
Too much agreeing.
This is my favorite game of the weekend, gentlemen.
Not Bills and Dolphins?
Vikings at the Panthers.
Why? Why is this your favorite game?
This is a game I would not even think about watching.
Carolina's a 4.5 point dog at home. Over
because you love Carolina.
over unders 46.5. You parlay Panthers money line and Adam Thielen touchdown. That's free.
Oh, so just Adam Thielen revenge game? That's the
It's
name
not
of
only
it?
that, I genuinely think that Carolina wins this game and the Vikings start 0-4. And it's full panic mode in Minnesota.
I think it's already full
I was
panic mode in
picking the
Minnesota.
Panthers.
Yeah, I can ease. This is like 30-16 Panthers. Like I don't think this is close.
Adam Thielen looked good
I don't think
last
the Panthers.
Yeah,
I
he
don't think the
did.
Panthers have that capability. I really don't.
I think they do if Andy Dalton plays. I'm not even joking.
I don't think he is. I think Bryce.
It's back to Bryce Young.
I think Bryce Young's
That's what I heard today.
That puts a damper in my.
Yeah, no, it makes me really want to pick the Vikings, but I mean, fuck the Vikings. I'm sick of them. They can go suck and die. So
Suck and die. No, I'm still on the Panthers, but I like them a little bit less. Now.
I love the Vikings in this spot.
Ugh, Nolan.
this should be where they.
This is gonna be where they get back on track. They're not going 0-4. They're gonna beat them by like 20. Like this is a spot where they just the Panthers defense is not gonna be able to stop this Vikings offense, even with Kirk Cousins playing. And it's a 1 o'clock game. That makes me like it even more. Dude, like, the Vikings are bad. They're doo-doo, but the Panthers are more doo-doo.
Fair.
So I'm going to take the Vikings here. I think that they win this game very comfortably.
All right. Bengals at Tennessee. Nolan loves when good teams go into Tennessee. Spread is minus 2.5.
It's always a decent game when that happens.
Spread is minus 2.5. Low over under in this game, 41. They don't believe in the Joe Burrow resurgence that we saw in the second half. Not resurgence, but looked a little bit better.
What is wrong with the Bengals?
Titans looked like ass last week. The Bengals
Looked like ass last week.
Yeah, let's take
Like,
care
what
of
is
business.
wrong with them?
I don't think they have any sort of rhythm offensively, I guess is the way to put it.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to put it. Like, when I watched them in that game, I was just like, against the Rams, I was just like...
It's hard. Everything's difficult for them. It's like...
Yeah.
As soon as they lose, it's kind of like I hate to say it, it's kind of like the Patriots. They get one negative play, their drive's over. Like, if it's 2nd and 14, they're not getting the first down.
But with their offense, like, that's a problem.
Well, T. Higgins drops every pass that he gets thrown. And like, they have to throw to Jamar Chase every play, apparently. So,
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know. Joe Burrow just obviously doesn't look like himself. It's easy to say, but, like, he just has no...
It almost seems like the offensive game plan is trying to get a little too complicated.
The way it looks to me is that they don't have an offensive game plan. Like, they're just going in and being like, yeah, whatever. That's what it seems like to me. Like, I seem like every play has no intention to it. Like you see some plays where you're like, okay, it's 2nd and 5, or second. Say it's 2nd and 8. We're gonna like do a screen here, try to make it a manageable 3rd down, if not get the first down. Like, there's intention to some of the plays that you see. They just seem like they're just freeballing it.
They kind of just throw the ball over the lot. Yeah.
And, like, it just doesn't translate to good offense, I feel
If
like.
the O-line was good, maybe you could do that. And
Their O-line is bad, but their O-line's been bad since Joe Burrow.
Well, I think part of it is the fact that he can't move around. So, like, he's stuck in the pocket, and it collapses on him in 2 seconds. He's got one read. If his one read's not there, he's screwed. So,
all right, the O-line's been bad like the last 2 years that he's been there, but it looks a little
They've been
worse.
horrendous since he's been there.
This game has to go under because of the number.
40. I have 40.5. You have 41.
41.
I got
Like,
41.
Yeah. So I mean,
it has to go under. Just genuinely, it has to.
so what do we think the score is?
17-10, 17-13.
All right.
Sounds like a Tennessee score.
I'm gonna take Tennessee here. Shockingly.
God. Yeah, I'll take Tennessee.
Cincinnati did not impress me Monday night, and
This could be like a 17-16 Bengals win though too. And Tennessee just covers.
Cincinnati just did nothing for me Monday, and like I had money on them, and the whole time I was like, I'd rather have money on the Rams right now until like the 4th quarter.
But then on the flip side, I'm like, Tennessee hasn't done anything for me any this year. Ryan Tannehill's been a stick.
He's always a stick though.
He's been a scarecrow.
And like
Hopkins has done nothing.
They always do this. It's like a win, a loss, 2 wins, 2 losses, a win, a loss, a loss, a loss. Like, I just feel like that's how the Titans are. Like, they just alternate, and
they're middle of the pack.
What was your old thing? They always finish 9-7.
Yeah.
The Titans.
No, but they literally always.
Yeah. So like.
Yeah, they're just a 9-8 team.
Yeah.
All right.
Who are you taking? I don't think you
The
picked.
Bengals. I did.
You picked the Bengals? No,
No,
you
I
have the
picked
Titans.
Tennessee.
All right. This is my second favorite game of the weekend.
Rams,
Rams.
not Buffalo and Dolphins.
Well,
Where does that one
I'm
rank?
saying for my picks. Rams
okay.
at the Colts. Colts are a pick or -1. I don't know what you guys have.
I have Indy -1.
Okay. Over unders 46. Love Indy here. Love Indy here.
I like them.
Love Indy here.
Okay.
Back on the Colts bandwagon.
Me too. Dude, they're out.
The Rams are 1-8 in their last 9 road games dating back to last season.
I'm surprised not more people are on Indy.
It's probably more skewed to the Rams, I would bet.
Way
right?
more skewed
Yeah,
to the Rams.
love Indy here. I fucking
That's
love Indy
very
here.
interesting. Man,
Teams are
we were talking about them
17-9
being
straight up.
absolutely awful.
17-9 straight up after playing the Ravens, which is a weird stat. Why is that? That's so weird. That's a weird stat.
That's a very weird stat.
right. Great money line spot for the Colts.
I love the Colts.
Teams coming off 2 or more road games where the team has won 2 or 3 in a row
The
straight
Colts-
up are 135-70
They're
in their next
not
game.
awful.
No, their defense looks good, genuinely. And it's like, if Anthony Richardson's bad for this game, that's going to give the Rams a lot of problems. Zach Moss has looked really good, too.
They have a fantastic O line.
Yeah, I mean it's what gives them the opportunity for Anthony Richardson to like look like Cam Newton. And if he's back, like I think the Indy should win this game.
I like Indy.
Seems like the Rams playbook is just throw it to Puka Nacua every play.
Eventually, that stops
that's
working,
just the
too.
Stafford playbook because
That is the
he
Stafford
just
playbook.
absolutely
He loves that. He
slams
loves one
one
guy.
receiver.
They did nothing for me Monday, either. Like, I watched their offense, and their offense looked fucking miserable, too.
Yeah, that's true. They somehow looked worse than the Bengals, and the Bengals have looked like the worst offense ever. So, I mean, yeah, give me Indy here. I think Indy's on a roll.
Round of Indy. Wow.
Yeah, we're faded this week. We're either doing really good or really bad.
We have the cock tie on this week. We're all just strung like one cock to another.
I mean, I'm down.
Denver at Chicago. Antonio's been chomping at the bit for this game. Denver's a 3.5 point favorite. A 3.5 point favorite against another NFL team.
That's still
Yikes.
crazy to me, even with how awful the Bears are. And this team is definitely much better than the Bears.
This game is definitely getting some of my American dollars this Sunday. I don't.
Broncos have allowed 122 points through 3 games. That's the 7th most of all time.
Sheesh. This game is getting bet on, and I'm taking the Broncos, unfortunately, because I just have to keep doubling down until it's right. You're on like quadruple down at this point.
Well, how about this one? When 2 winless teams play, the underdog is 71-37-4 against the spread.
Oh, that really goes in the face of what I just said, huh?
Yeah, but I don't give a fuck.
I think
It's
the Bears
Chicago.
could cover this 3.5.
Broncos just win by 3.
Yeah,
Ugh,
they love winning by 3.
that's so stupid. No, they don't. They hate winning.
They hate winning, yeah. But both of these teams hate winning. I think,
You have to bet tie in this game, do you not?
yes. I love that. Yes.
It's like 10-10 tie. I could like definitely see that. What are you looking up over there? Just take the Broncos.
Me, I'm texting.
Take the
Wilson has
Broncos.
lost.
No, I'm taking the Broncos.
Yeah,
100%.
All right.
The Bears, the Bears can go 0-17. The Broncos cannot go 0-17.
They can go 1-16.
They can.
Wilson's 1-9 straight up in his last 10 road starts.
Jesus. I have to take the Broncos because of what happened last week. I just have to.
He's 2-13 straight up in his last 15 starts for the Broncos.
That's so smelly. Jeez.
Dude, he's so bad.
Terrible.
Why is he so bad?
I don't know. Why is the Giants game off the board?
Ooh,
Someone hurt?
that's strange.
Really? They might not know for sure if Saquon's playing.
Fair enough.
So I'm taking
but
the
it's looking
I'm taking the
like it.
Bears. You're taking Broncos.
Broncos.
Okay.
The addition will never be kicked. At least until they cover, the addition's
they're
not going
playing the
away.
Bears, so like it doesn't really matter. This game is just a toss up, to be honest.
Buccaneers at Saints. I think this will be a fun game.
Buccaneers. This
Plus-
is always a fun game.
Plus 3.5 for the Bucs. Over under 39.5. A very low total here in New Orleans.
Carr's out, right?
Carr's in, as far as I know.
I think he might be out. I don't know where you saw that.
I thought I saw a tweet, but I could be wrong.
Shoulder AC joint did not practice on Wednesday. Questionable for Week 4 against Tampa Bay.
Questionable. So your guess says good as ours, people.
God, I mean, why do I want to take the Bucks and I really shouldn't? Right?
Oh, I love the Bucs here.
Another thing is the Saints have owned the Bucks.
The Saints have on the Bucs, but that was with Tom Brady. Now they have a better quarterback, Baker Mayfield. So
Yeah,
You're nuts.
dude. After that in Green Bay last week, I like Tampa.
yeah, I like Tampa
Here's
here
another
too.
weird one for you. Teams after playing the Eagles have struggled. They're 19-33-1 straight up, 19-34
wow.
against the spread since 2020.
Jesus, they demoralize you, huh?
Like, second lowest profitable previous opponent since, and the Raiders are the
Nolan,
worst.
where are you getting these stats from? You paying for something over
No,
there?
I'm not paying for shit, bro.
That makes me want to. I'm changing. Just your stat made me change. I'm taking the Saints.
Okay. We'll see how it goes. I mean, we'll see how it goes. That's really bad, though.
So you're taking the Saints.
I was taking the Saints, yeah.
That's a crazy stat.
Well, at least we don't have another round.
And then another thing, gentlemen, we haven't mentioned Mike Evans versus Marshawn Lattimore.
To all those who celebrate, happy Marshawn Lattimore versus Mike Evans Sunday. He's getting thrown out. They're probably both getting thrown out.
They've faced 11 times. He has just 3 touchdowns and 5 or fewer catches in 10 of those games.
I would strongly advise taking him out of your fantasy lineups this week.
I'm switching to the Saints.
Yep. Wow, now we're going around to Saints? Jesus.
Wait, you switched?
I switched.
The Bucks are
I
2
didn't
and
hear
8 against the spread.
I switched.
My head was on my phone.
His stat was
Jesus Christ.
his stat was too good for me not to
What,
switch.
the Eagles won?
Yeah.
That's what had you?
Yeah.
Shit.
The Bucks are 2 and 8 against the spread in their last 10 meetings versus the Saints. They're the least profitable opponent against the spread since 2019.
All right, Saints.
So that's before Tom Brady was there.
Nolan, you doubt us. You did
A
it.
year after Tom Brady.
You've done it now.
You've done it again.
Jeez, whatever.
All right, rapid fire. We got a short time frame here. Raiders at Chargers. Raiders are plus 5.5. You just can't take the Vegas Raiders. You just can't.
No.
It's a death sentence.
Chargers win their second.
Chargers minus 5.5. Yeah,
And cover.
and
They're
over
much better.
and over in that game.
Agreements. Let's get it. The
Well,
Patriots
maybe one of
out
the
way.
maybe one of the one situations where Brandon Staley has a coaching advantage.
Patriots at Dolphins. Patriots at Dallas. Patriots are a 6.5 point dog. Over unders 43.5 points. Oh, the Patriots are gonna cover. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear
You know
it.
how bad I
Just
want to
because of the sign stealing thing.
But I'm taking
The
Dallas.
Dallas is worried that both Zeke
yeah.
and Will Greer.
Yeah,
since they just signed him,
they're already saying shit.
they're like scared that the Patriots are going to know all their signals now because of Will Greer and Ezekiel Elliott. Did they sign Will Greer just for this?
Last week they signed him.
Did they sign him just for this game though?
Probably.
How good was he at West Virginia?
Yeah.
Um,
You're taking the Patriots too, right?
You know how bad I want to, but it just is not the smart play here.
Wow.
what do the stats say?
And after Dallas's absolutely poor showing last week against
Good bounce back spot.
Arizona, I don't know. Just them at home against the Patriots, I think that's kind of what does it for me.
So here's one for you, Sal. Mac Jones is 0-12 straight up when opponents score more than 24 points.
Yep.
He's 17-6 when his defense allows 24 points or fewer.
So is Dallas scoring more than 24 in this game? I'd say probably.
It's a good bet. It's a good bet.
I'll take Dallas minus the points.
Dallas.
Give me the Pats.
Oh, of course.
They're covering that big ass number. They're covering. They're not winning, but they're covering.
Arizona plus 14 at San Fran. Yuck. Over under
Yuck is
44.
right. 14. That's the biggest spread we've seen this year.
Give me the Niners.
Cardinals are still undefeated against the spread.
Who cares?
Give me the Cardinals.
I'll take them.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride
take
their. I'm gonna ride their train.
So now we're gonna flip on this one. Kansas City minus 9 at the Jets. You two are in Kansas City, and I'm gonna take the Jets.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, dude, so the beach town that I go to in New Jersey every year, the Kelsey brothers have like a day where they bartend at both spots, and they started doing it 2 years ago, and it happened to fall in the week that we always go. So like that day, like the town is just filled with Philly scum, like everywhere. But Travis is there too, bartending with Jason.
Your favorite Philly Strom?
And
Philly scumbags.
this year, it hit me today. If Travis and Taylor are still together when I go next year, it's
There's gonna
not
be a
only going
mob.
to be Philly scum everywhere. There's going to be Swifties all
Everywhere.
over the fucking place.
Yep. Have fun with that.
We might not even be able to get our damn rental that week.
Aw.
Aw.
That sounds fire, though. Like, imagine just walking up to the bar and just being like, yo,
Dude,
Kelsey.
I definitely
Yo, Travis.
I definitely told you. Jason
vodka Red Bull.
Kelsey walked by me and Corey Wells when we were waiting to get breakfast.
Did you sock him?
No, we were like, there was this big dude walking by with a wagon pushing his kids, and then like this guy walked by and like this really nice like Eagles Super Bowl thermal, and some guy out the window yelled, "Go Birds!" And then me and Corey look left, and we see the big guy pushing the wagon again. He's like, "That's Jason fucking Kelsey."
That's so funny. Dude, I'm a big Jason Kelsey fan. I'm not a big Travis Kelsey fan.
You're not a big Travis Kelsey fan?
Because
I like Travis.
Yeah, he's the greatest tight end ever. No, he's not.
He's not.
If he wins another one, he might be.
I like Trav though.
Can we block?
Yeah.
How about we block a little
Absolutely,
bit?
no, Sal, absolutely. I agree.
That's probably the only thing he doesn't have, though.
I would say Gronkowski was a
And
better
he's just
receiver
a
than
big
him too,
receiver.
but
I just like again with
Gronkowski used to manhandle people.
Yeah, dude, he could have
he
played
was
right
hurt
tackle
more
if he
than he
wanted.
wasn't though.
Whatever.
Are you even like? Are you a Patriots
I love
fan?
Gronkowski. I mean, I
Kansas
think
City.
Gronkowski is definitely like up there.
You're on watch.
Why?
You're on watch
For what?
for that comment.
You're the one that hates the Patriots.
Not true. I'm a rational Patriots fan. But
So
this,
am I.
but this is a. He's not better than Gronkowski. Travis Kelce's not better than Rob Gronkowski.
I mean, they're close. Like they're.
I'm not
really
saying they're not close, but Rob Gronkowski's better.
Right now, I didn't say he was the best ever. I said if he gets another one,
If
he
I'm
probably
building an
is.
all-time
All right,
super team,
fair.
Gronk is my tight end.
He like the way he gets open is insane.
Mm.
Did you see that clip from this weekend? He ran a different route than he was supposed to because he read the defense.
I'm sure Gronk's done that too. Like,
There's no way Gronk's ever done that. There's no way Gronk's ever done that. Gronk is dumb.
no, he's not.
Gronk is dumb as fuck.
When it comes to football, he's not.
He
No.
just likes to play it off that way.
All right, last jam. Giants at home against Seattle. Seattle's a 1-point favorite. That's what I got right now. Over-unders 47.5. Your team sucks, Seattle.
I love Seattle.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like the Giants,
Daniel,
actually.
here's the other thing too. Daniel Jones is the new Kirk Cousins in primetime.
Yeah, but, like,
He's like 1 in 12.
not as good of a quarterback, though.
What?
He's like Kirk
He's
Cousins.
1 in 12 straight up,
Yeah,
5
no,
and 8
he-
against the spread.
He's like Kirk Cousins, but less good.
He's
I
only
feel like-
5 straight up at home in primetime.
I feel like his name should be Kurt Cousins, like Curt Cousins.
Which
I feel like
one? Daniel?
no, Kirk.
Why?
I just feel like it fits better. Kurt Cousins.
No, because then it reminds people of Kurt Warner.
Mm.
He's not anywhere close to Kurt Warner.
But like with a C,
Kurt Cobain?
like Curt, Kurt. Like if he kept his,
With a C?
if he kept his like whatever he had in the preseason that you hated.
Yeah, his handlebar mustache.
Yeah, if he then he's a Kurt.
then he's Kurt.
That is a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a scum.
That's a
He's too nice of a guy to
All right.
keep that though.
So I got the Giants. I got a dip. So
Yes.
I'll do the pick 3.
quick
and
pick
I'll
three.
leave it to you guys
We'll
to-
just-
to
we'll-
close things out.
We'll just go for it.
and
Actually,
then we're
that's
gonna
fine.
kiss for the last 10
Yeah,
minutes of the
sound
podcast.
only. No, I'm not here. All right. All right. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna start with tonight. And
Packers. Wow.
I'm gonna take the Green Bay Packers.
That means
Last-
Antonio has real dollars in the Packers.
Last time I picked the Packers on Thursday night, they played the Titans last year, and that did not go well.
That was my game of the year.
And that was when I drove. That was your game of the year.
That was my game of the
when
year.
I forgot to bet on the Packers too. I went to bowling and I'm like, fuck, I can't bet in Mass, and I drove back across the CT borderline, put money on the Packers.
Jesus.
Oh my god, dude. Just to lose. That's crazy.
Secondly, I love Jacksonville on Sunday morning.
Ugh.
I think they beat up the Atlanta Falcons.
Third.
And who do I
Crazy
like
wearing a
third?
Atlanta hat.
He always
Wow.
he loves that hat.
It's my Super Mario hat.
Kind of built like Super Mario.
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm built like Luigi.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you're built like Luigi. You're built exactly like Luigi. Actually,
Dude, I don't think I've ever played as any character that's not Luigi in Mario Kart.
Yoshi is the
And if
the
dude,
goat.
if
You're kind
someone
of built like Yoshi.
if someone took Luigi over me, I would straight up say I'm not playing. I say I won't be any other character.
Aw.
And
but
your
I'm
third pick is
Absolute ass at Mario Kart. I'll kick your ass. Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
We're gonna have one agreement. I'll kick us off.
It's okay.
All right, bud.
Tally ho.
I'm taking the Colts -1 to kick us off. Colts are covering, winning. Anthony Richardson scoring a touchdown. This is a definitive Colts win.
Another rushing touchdown?
Another rushing touchdown.
Wow,
Yes.
that'd be 3 games in a row, right? For him?
Every game he's played, and he scored a rushing touchdown. It'll continue this week. I'm going Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like doing silly things.
But you're doing a silly thing.
Jets +9.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
You're hooked.
I'm hooked. I have the
I'm with Denver, you with the Jets.
I have the Jets IV in right now, and I can't rip it out.
Okay.
They're gonna cover. I don't think they're gonna win by any means. I'm not sitting here being delusional. They're gonna cover the 9 points, and it's gonna be the most retarded way too. Like it'll be the Chiefs will be winning by 14 with 2 minutes left, and then they'll score a garbage touchdown or something like that.
Okay.
The Jets are covering this game.
I just think the Jets lose by 14. That's what I think.
I think everyone thinks the Jets lose by 40. That's the thing. Not by 40.
I don't think they lose by 40. I think their defense is too good, but they don't cover that 9 points. It's going to be like 10 points. They're going to lose by 10.
Third and final, Nolan. Carolina.
Ooh.
We're going against each other. I know we are.
What?
You're not taking Minnesota in your pick 3?
No.
I don't know why I'm feeling so good about Carolina this week. I know I thought it was Andy Dalton to begin with, but I'm feeling it with Carolina this week.
You just love.
I'm going back to the well with my favorite teams this week. So
okay,
we'll see how it goes.
We do what works. So first and foremost, give me Buffalo minus 2.5.
I thought about it. It's 3. I'm sorry.
3. Whatever you have. 3. The stats are just too good for me to not take them. Number 2, Jacksonville minus 3. I think that they kill Atlanta in that London game.
You guys love them.
The London game is never a good game. It's always a boring ass game, and I think this is like a 30 to like 13 spot.
Wow.
Jacksonville wins.
Okay.
Because another thing too is when I wanted to expand on it more was Trevor Lawrence has been very good. He's been plagued by drops. They have 9 drops, which is he is the most out of anybody. Any quarterback, he has the most wide receiver drops. So I think they start to turn that around. And last but not least, give me Seattle over the Giants.
They're just
Daniel
better.
Jones is so bad in prime time, and they're really bad. Their defense is bad. Also, like the over in that game.
I like the over in that game too.
Both
actually,
defenses are kind of doo-doo.
Mm-hmm.
Geno Smith looks pretty good. So yeah, I definitely think that Seattle is it plus 1? Minus 1?
+1.
+1. Yeah.
All right.
That's what I got.
I'm gonna take Antonio's prop for him.
What is it?
I don't know. Let me think.
What would he pick?
I'd have to think of the most Antonio prop. Do you mean like
I have mine, and I think it's a lock.
Give yours, and then I'll think of what Antonio's.
Sam Laporta over 5.5 receptions for the Lions tonight against Green Bay.
Lock.
The biggest lock. I don't know what his line is right now, but it was 4.5.
What's the most Antonio prop of the board? A T. Higgins touchdown is the most Antonio prop. I swear to God, that's what he would say.
I like it.
I'm going a Calvin Ridley touchdown.
I like it. Yeah.
Against a former team.
Yeah.
He definitely bet it himself. He bet on it. Like. He definitely did.
In London, is sports betting over there?
Yeah.
You might be able to get away with it.
No, they love sports betting. Like on soccer games.
Here, though?
On soccer games, Nolan?
No, yeah, I know that they bet, but I'm saying, is it like how it is here?
Yes. But like they love like $5 on like 50 things. They'll be like over 10 corners. This person to have 50 like they love
Kevin. So Kevin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Like literally right on the nose. They love that shit.
Yeah, so he might be able to bet on it himself and get away with it.
That'd be insane. And then he pulls up his DraftKings in the end zone. He's like,
That would be funny. Have DraftKings over there?
No, I don't think so. They have like Bet3.
Different version.
Bet365, I think is what they use, is like the big one.
Which I think is the same company that owns FanDuel.
Oh wow.
Owns Bet365. Yeah, Flutter.
Interesting. I
They're
don't know.
based in the UK.
So is my cock.
Your cock is based in the UK.
It just stretches really far.
That's really far. So what's yours then?
Calvin Ridley touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm faded.
No, you're good.
Anything else you want to get to? What about Kurt Schilling? Do you see what he said today?
No.
He basically broke news on the podcast that Tim Wakefield has brain cancer.
Why would he say that?
That's what I'm saying. And I think
that's awful.
Jason Veritek's wife like tweeted at him and was like, "Fuck you for saying that." He said it on like a podcast. And apparently, I don't know if he did it by accident, like he thought it was news.
He's always been faded. I feel like the last he didn't he go bankrupt for a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. He's been involved in some very nefarious.
He probably just goes home and just gets faded, and then it's like, what can I do? Like, what can I do to ruin people?
If no one has said anything, like, yeah, it's not your place to like
at all
say like, oh yeah, so and so has brain cancer. Like, I didn't listen to the clip, so I can't really speak on it too much. But like, if that is true and like nobody knew about it, like that's really bad.
Poor Tim Wakefield. That's awful.
Yeah, but he'll be all right. He'll be all right.
That's a Red Sox legend right there.
I remember like growing up watching him.
Two World Series, 04 and 07. I thought he might have been on
him and Kurt Schilling.
Yep.
They were really good.
Those teams were fun.
And then 2013 was John Lackey.
John Lester, yep.
John Lester.
Shane Victorino. That whole brigade, Johnny Gomes.
The Flying Hawaiian.
The Flying Hawaiian, Shane Victorino, yep.
Yeah. All right, anything else?
I love the Colts.
You do love the Colts.
Love the Colts.
Anthony Richardson has been very good.
That might be my guy. That's
very good.
That's like I thought it was going to be Bryce Young. I said that in the preseason. I thought Anthony Richardson would like look good, like be decent, but like he's.
I don't remember you said he would be good. I don't remember what I said.
I don't know, but I was of the mindset that he had the athletic capability of being in the NFL, and if he could just put his mind to playing the game, like if he could figure out defenses, I knew he would be like at least a decent quarterback, like a serviceable quarterback in the league.
I just really hope he stays healthy because like,
well, he can't keep playing like this. Like he's running around like he's a tank. Like
yeah, he's doing the Cam Newton thing.
Yeah,
which doesn't end well because you just like injuries nowadays are just so. Like,
easy to
rampant.
come by.
Yeah, they're so rampant, and
yeah.
like, it just like is so. It can be such a killer, especially for someone like him, who has all the talent in the world, to just ruin it. And then it's like, okay, you have concussion number 1 now. It's like, okay, if you get like 3 or 4 concussions, they're gonna start asking questions, and then you get the shoulders are fucked up, the legs get fucked up,
knees and toes,
head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
I have an extra prop before we sign off.
Okay.
It's a very out there prop. It's not like a very out there, but
what is it?
Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown Monday
Okay.
night. I think he scores
For Seattle?
first of the season for him.
Okay, I like that.
He's he got a little pep talk on the sideline from Gino last week. I don't think he got
that clip.
Yeah, I don't think he got many looks, so I think Gino was just trying to keep his head in the game, but I think Gino probably like feeds him the ball a little bit. I could easily see him scoring.
I like that clip from Gino. He's really been like sort of like
I'm a Gino guy. I'm
a leader.
I never was. I didn't think I would be either, but he's impressive. And like
people forget that he's like a veteran, bro. Like he's been around.
Their team is like very good, and like obviously they lift him up, but at the same time, I also think he's like, what's the word? He's like gone up a level. Like obviously he has. Like I don't want to sound stupid, but like he's played like almost a top 10 quarterback in the league.
Well, it's
in the last 2 years.
It's good that he found this spot because it was the perfect fit for him in a time when they just got rid of Russell Wilson and they really weren't. And this is what I talk about when teams try to rebuild and they just go straight to the rookie quarterback right away. They really, I mean, they had Drew Lock, but like they really didn't have Drew Lock.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So then they had Gino, and Gino was like balling his fucking ass off. So then they were like, yeah, this is our guy, and they just have it straight from that. And so it's made him better that they have that trust in him.
I almost want to put Seattle in my pick 3, but it's obviously too late to go back. So
it's too late to go back.
They might kill the Giants on Monday night.
Yeah.
Honestly.
The Giants are bad in primetime.
The Giants are just bad. Period.
And they're bad at home on primetime.
Dable's a great coach, but that's like all they got going for them. Saquon's perpetually hurt. The receivers suck. Daniel Jones isn't as good as like his contract says it is. Like
he's gonna. I do like Daniel Jones over rushing yards.
Oh, okay. Sam Laporta over and
receptions.
Daniel Jones over rushing yards.
Do they have it up right now? Do they have
for Monday? They should. Normally it's like the beginning of the week they're lacking and they don't put shit up.
Let's see what DraftKings says about that. You know who else? I think Darren Waller needs to get involved. I don't know why they haven't been like going to him.
He's been doubled a lot. I've noticed that in the games that I've watched at least.
I mean, yeah, I guess because he is like their only.
It's like who else are you throwing to? Hodgins? I like Hodgins, but like he's not a number 1.
He's been quiet, huh?
Their whole name a receiver that's done well for them this year. You can't because there are none.
I hate this shit with DraftKings where you need that code every time.
Like, settle down.
Like, why?
Can I just get into my account, please?
Let's see, what's Sam Laporta at?
Well, then how hard would everyone be like, oh, but my daughter went into my account and deposited $500 and lost it.
Aw. Like, just say aw. That's the only thing you have to do. Rushing and receiving props. Let's see. Receiving. I don't want yards, though. Where do I find receptions?
Under rush receiving props.
Oh, it is under here?
Sometimes they don't have certain players out.
What's his yards?
No receptions.
His yards, his receiving yards line is set at 43.5.
Waller?
No, that's
In general?
Laporta.
Oh.
Receptions, here we go.
5.
Sam Laporta.
5 is
4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so over. Wow, over.
Did you say 5.5 originally?
No, I said 4.5.
4.5?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's what it was at when I looked. He's been good.
I'm betting this game tonight. Tell me that I'm well, you're saying Lions, so now I feel like I can't even ask this question. I took the Packers. I think the Packers cover, but I could be very wrong.
I don't know. I am excited for this game though. I feel like this is the first like really good Thursday matchup. Just because these teams are so like they have so much history, but like
Week 1 was good. Lions
Yeah.
are a good team. I like to watch the Lions in primetime. They're a fun team.
61% of the bets placed are on Detroit.
Why don't I just get cozy and bet the over? I feel like that's way more fun.
That is way more fun.
Right?
Yeah.
I might do that instead.
I mean, it's 45. It's
Sometimes-
a reasonable number.
Sometimes when you like look at the board, you have to pick like A or B, but then there's C right there, and you're like, ooh, but C.
And you forget about C. C's forgotten about. 'Cause then you get stuck. You looking at like Z and Q, and then you're just like, wait,
I
why
can
don't
see
just bet
C.
the over?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah.
AJ Dillon touchdown in the over. I think that might be my my wager tonight.
I mean, the other thing too is unders have been
Cooking.
cooking.
They always cook though, but
Wait, I had a stat for that.
well, in prime time, I don't know that one over's hit yet, or maybe one has hit.
See, night game unders are 9-2 to start the season.
Yeah.
They're 49-24 since the
last
start
year.
of last season. Long term, they are 148, 97-3 since 2019.
So that tells me that
Road teams are dominating straight up.
Mm.
26-22 through 3 weeks.
On Thursday nights.
Well, just road teams in general.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
there hasn't been that many road games.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm faded.
Yeah. I think we got an exciting week this week.
Over in AJ Dillon seems like my my play tonight. I think I just decided that right now.
How often the Lions favored in Green Bay prior to 2023?
Almost
It's happened
never.
7 times since 1980.
5-2.
But the previous 4 times the Packers were starting their backup quarterback. The Lions were last favored in Lambeau against the Packers starting QB in 1986.
Sheesh. Did they win or no? Or it doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
No.
I think that's a weird one. That they haven't been favored in Lambeau with their starting quarterback.
Think about like all the good Packers teams since Brett Favre got drafted. And,
and
like
how bad the
Lions have been the whole time.
The past,
Yeah, 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got nothing else.
All right. We're over and out.
Adios.
So much better when Antonio's not here.